And I want to welcome each and every one of you to this webinar today that I'm sharing with you that's going to be having you get some inspiration around leveraging your business and also making sure it's viable, right? Because we love what we do, right? But we still have to be able to make some great money from it as well, so that we can actually be in a place of profit. And some of the tips that I've got for you around allowing space for magic and miracles to happen, because I don't know if you subscribe to this, which I'm sure you do if you're listening to this now, but the magic and the miracles that are part of your business are the very thing that fuels you, right? And gets you so deliciously excited, so that when you jump out of bed every day, you are inspired to take action. And I think that as we're going through today's call, go ahead and if you've got any questions that come up, put them in the chat box, and we can interact that way. Because I love to have the interaction going. But it's interesting because what I see is so many of the heart-centered entrepreneurs out there, you gorgeous souls, that so many of you now are being called to step into a higher purpose and to create a greater vision of who you are. It's like you've been allowing this desire within you to grow and to blossom, and now you're feeling really ready. And we are so blessed with the ability that we have to be able to take that vision out there so much more now, because of the way that social media allows us to do that. If you're active on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform it is that you use, you'll see that women are answering the call left, right and centre now, whether they're in the coaching, the healing, the speaking, the making an impact, and whether that is as a result of what you do, or because your business is making a profit, so you're able to give to charity, which is something that I've added to my business, which fulfills a desire within me to be able to help more people. And that's what's awesome, is that there's never been a better time to lead and to change lives and to make a difference in whatever way you do. And as I'm saying that, I want you to really sit with the knowing that actually it's about you connecting into your desires, and knowing that if you're changing and leading lives, it doesn't matter whether you're doing that with one person or whether you're doing that with many. The point is that you are listening to this call that you have within you. And what I know to be true is that what the difference between those that are answering the call and those that are just sitting on the sidelines or staying in that place of stuckness or overwhelm or that pushing energy, is that they have a plan, and that they work the plan. And when we talk about a plan, there are many different ways that we can look at what the plan looks like. And it's one of the things that I'm just really excited about offering to my tribe, is my understanding of what it takes to have a plan. Interesting enough, I went to see Finding Dory yesterday with my daughter. And something that Dory said that really resonated with me, and that was the concept around, sometimes we think we have a plan and the plan goes a little haywire. And, as Dory says, I didn't plan to lose my parents. I didn't plan to end up here. I didn't plan it to be like this. And the truth is that we don't have the ability to, understand and know exactly how our life is going to pan out. But I do believe that if we have an overall idea about the plan, then everything is going to transpire so much more easily. The great thing that I got from the Finding Dory movie was that whole idea around, if things aren't working out, what do we do is we take the next best feeling, like we move towards the thing that feels the best. And And I believe that this is how we manifest our mission out into the world, is that when we have a plan, right, and we know where we're going with it to a degree, right, we still allow for a lot of spontaneity and opportunities in our lives for doors to open. And then what we do is we have an ability to be able to get into the feeling place of your business, of our business, of what we're here, really here for. And how do we do that? Well, the first thing that we have to do in order for us to be able to get our business out there and to be making sure that we're leveraging it and that we're allowing ourselves to enjoy life as much as possible is that we need to start with the big why. Like, why is it that we're in business in the first place? And I had some very inspiring calls with my mastermind members and those of some of my clients this past week around the why. Around why is it that we do what we do? Like, what is it that really juices you, really inspires you, really sparks you right down to the core of who you are? And I'm not just talking about the kind of why that has you focused around, paying the bills and I'm doing this because it's kind of like, well, this is kind of, where I started, and so therefore I need to be doing this. No, it's not that kind of why. It's the why that really creates an emotional shift in you. And when you consider this why, it so deeply moves you that you are in a space of just complete alignment and flow. And when things happen in your business that don't necessarily, steer you in the right direction or steering you in the direction that you desire, you still have that drive within you to do what you're doing. So my first question to you to get you thinking about your business is, why are you doing what you do? What is the, and invite you to, to really sit with that and really consider it. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you so motivated and inspired to be in this place of what you're doing? And it was interesting hearing the responses from my clients when I shared this question with them, and it really got them thinking about, it can help them to provide a better life, so that they can never have to, worry about what they're going to do because they just feel so passionate about it, and knowing that they are doing joyful work that really inspires them. But for many of them, it was because that they have the ability to make a difference and to make an impact. And I think that's the key thing that so many leaders are coming through with these days, is just that understanding, that knowing about how to make a difference and how to then take that and to create some courageous action. And I think that if there's one thing I can share with you is that reminder, well, there's many things I want to share with you, but it's that reminder about taking courageous, consistent action. And coming back to what Dory said, is that once you've got your plan, which is what I'm going to be doing with you when at the RAMP Rapid Action Marketing Day that I'm taking around Auckland, Wellington and Tauranga, we're going to be spending a whole day on creating an action plan, but I'm going to share with you some things that are going to move you along. If you can't be there for that, then you can at least get you started. But when you are, as I was saying before about what Dory was teaching us, is around, you've got to have something that really motivates you. You've got to move towards something that motivates you. So when Dory would forget, right, because Dory has this really terrible memory, so when Dory would forget what she was talking about, she would just focus on the next thing that felt really good. And I love that when we do that in business, how that moves us forward, and then that becomes part of our why. Why am I doing this? Because it feels good. And can you relate to that? You're doing what you're doing because it feels good, because it either makes you feel good, which it needs to, right? Because I do believe that why you're doing this is intrinsically linked to how much you love what you do. Do you love what you do? Do you? Great. Then you should be doing more of it, because this is the thing that's going to really be keeping you moving along and keeping you focused. So okay, so one of the other areas that's going to keep you really focused on your business growth and allowing you to be motivated along with your action plan, is that once you've worked out your why and who you're doing this for, because let's face it, until we understand who our ideal clients are, then we find it kind of challenging to move forward and to get the marketing out there and to start having those conversations. And you're in that space of knowing, okay, so here's my reason why I'm doing it. And what I know to be true is that then I see a lot of money stuff come up with these beautiful, gorgeous visionaries that are out there, right? So I wonder if you can relate to this. So the money stuff comes up, and more often than not, the money stuff comes up around the ability to ask for the sale. So the ability to actually be able to, first of all, know how you're leveraging your business. Like, what are you doing in your business to leverage? What are you doing so that you are not working those dollars per hour, okay? So that you either have a team of people working for you, or you have a model that allows you to leverage your time. And, this is where the idea for sharing this call with you came about, because I was able to set sail and to go off for a month and to spend it in Europe and be with my daughter for her 21st. And I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't have a leveraged business model. So how do I have a leveraged business model? Well, what I do is I focus on creating high-level programs to offer to my clients that are packages. And so I'm not selling per se the dollars per hour model. I'm offering workshops, I'm speaking, and I'm coaching. And any of you who are in the helping people industry, that's exactly what you can be doing as well, so that you are not just meeting with a client in an office. And that's the other thing to leverage yourself, is to make sure that the work that you do can be done online. Again, and that reminder just how lucky we are in this day and age that the work that we do doesn't have to be in person. If your work has to be in person, then be making sure that you are talking to many people. So not just having one person working with you, but you're actually leveraging your time and creating an opportunity for so much more. Okay, so then once you've worked out your business model, and look, this could also apply to those of you who have products, right? So when you have products, then you're leveraging your time as well. So first of all, asking yourself the question, do I actually have a why for my business? And secondly, is my business leveraged? Is my time, am I honoring my time as much as possible, so that I can actually walk away from my business, or I can take some time off, or I can still be making money while I'm on holiday with my family? Because what is your mission around that? Surely the idea of you being able to take some time to spend with your family, for example, or while you go out there and you do your good work into the world, to know that there is money that is being accumulated, right? So set an intention for that. If you don't have a leveraged business model right now, ask yourself the question, I wonder what it would take for me to leverage my business more. I wonder how the opportunity will unfold itself to be able to create more money, and to use the good old saying, while I sleep. So I remember the first time that I started delivering workshops, and I used Eventbrite to bring in the money, and I was out there, at webinars and interviews and sending out emails and starting to use social media about my workshops. And literally, I remember I was out for dinner with friends, nothing to do with work, and a note came up from PayPal. So I've got it set on my phone, so it pings when I make some money. So here was I sitting in an environment where I was having fun, and I was getting some PayPal sales. And I just remember the significance of that. And I guess that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about leverage. Is it's like you actually, you're selling your books, you're selling your programs, you're selling your offerings, money's still flowing in, and you're not actually having to be in front of that person at that time. Sure, you have to deliver the program and you have to deliver the product to them, but it's just a great way for you to be really thinking about how can I be putting myself out there in a bigger way, and getting out there and being in front of bigger groups of people. Coming back again to setting the intention around, I wonder what it would take for me to be able to reach more people and to make a bigger impact doing what I love while leveraging my time. Now, isn't that a great affirmation for you to have? Something that's going to be really driving you forward as much as you possibly can. So you've got your why. You're considering the idea of leveraging your business, and you're stepping into that place of considering the why behind the leverage. And then you need to take a step back and go, okay, so now that I've mapped this out, is this actually viable? Now, the reason I bring this up is because when I was meeting, I had a mini retreat here at my place, which is a bit of an entrepreneurial hub, and people were expressing their challenges or their obstacles or their fears around their business. And I invited each and every one of them to really sit in that space of asking themselves, what is potentially getting in the way? What is potentially getting in the way? And I ask you this question as well. What is potentially getting in the way of growing your business, of getting yourself out there more? And repeatedly, the question was answered with, I just don't know if my business is viable. And when we say viable, we're talking about the ability for your business to actually make money. Now, your business is not a business unless it's actually making money or bringing in the money to be able to create the opportunity for you to have those experiences and to bring on your team and to grow yourself and your business. So when it comes to the viability, this is something that many of the heart-centered entrepreneurs that I work with, they struggle to get their head around, because to them it's just an opportunity to be able to make an impact and to help people, and totally get that. However, the money stuff will continue to become a pattern for you if that becomes your dominant thought, that I just want to help people. Yeah, you can totally just help people. But let's help you as well, because let's face it, if you're not making the money, then you're not going to be able to help people, because you're going to be so filled with fear, and the challenge will come up for you. And so asking yourself, okay, so as far as the viability in your business goes, do you have a formula for working out how many products or services you need to sell in order to be able to reach your goal? So what is your money goal? And I invite you to check in with yourself within your body now and ask yourself the question, what is my money goal? How much money would I like to make? And let's put it into context and say that, how much money would I like to make before the end of the year? So when I talk about end of the year, I'm talking about the end of 2016. As I've spoken about before, this is the year of completion. So we want to be completing the old patterns around money that don't serve us, right? And so that we're walking into 2017 with a brand new energy and a real knowing around what it is that you want. So what's the number that you want to create in your business in the next, just under 6 months, 5 and a bit months now? Okay, so put down that number, whatever that number is for you. Okay, so then you go, to start thinking to yourself, well, how am I actually going to be able to create that? And what I've done is I have got a spreadsheet to share with you. I'm just going to bring that up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's see if I can do this with you. I can see the share screen button. So if I just go ahead and I do that, then what you will see is, that's it. Fantastic. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to just move this. And what I wanted to invite you to do is, if you would like a copy of this, then I'd be more than happy to share it with you. Just drop us an email to support@catherinenewton.com, and after the call we will send this through to you. But what we've got here is so I like to give my clients this this money blueprint revenue projection template. It's a bit of a long name for it, for a template. But you know, I guess what I wanted to do is just kind of show you what's possible. So I've gone for a goal there of, and I've done this over a 12-month period, just as the example, of $250,000. So 250,000 for 12 months. So looking at the goal there, and then allowing yourself to actually write down along here all of the different products and services that you actually offer, and that you're actually putting out there. And so I've taken this from a coaching perspective, obviously, you know, because this is my industry, so it's the easiest way for me to share an example with you. And looking at the, you know, just putting down some figures as an example, and just saying that, you know, if a coach was working with someone over a per month, and let's just say it was that amount there, and they were working with 10 clients for 12 months of the year, that in itself would be 54,000. And then you go to yourself, okay, so that's not meeting my goal. What else is going to be meeting my goal? And then you look at other avenues that are bringing in the income. So $1,000 to speak at an event, doing that twice a month for 10 months of the year, there's another 20 grand. And you start to actually work out, okay, so where is my biggest income possibility coming from? And in this example, what we've done is we've created an opportunity for the product. And this is about the leveraging, isn't it? So you create a product, and you know, the product is around an area of expertise of yours. You charge $297, let's say, for this home study program or this online training, and this is done for you predominantly because, I mean, obviously at that rate, it's a very good rate. And let's say you sell 25 of those a month, and you do that for 12 months of the year. There's $89,100, and all you've had to do was to create the product once, and then to create a marketing plan to get it out there, which might involve you going out there and speaking. It might involve you selling it at workshops. It might involve you using an online strategy to do this. So can you see how quickly you can actually work out this formula for working out what it is that you are doing? So just have a look at that while I just have a drink of water. As I said, I'm more than happy to share that with you. If you just want to send us an email at support@catherinenewton.com, and just let us know why you would like a copy of this template, and we'd be happy to send it to you. It's just really helpful. You know, you could do this for any industry, actually. That's the cool thing about it. It's just really a matter of working out the way that the formula is going to work for you. But what's cool too is that with this template that we've created, is that you actually end up seeing the difference in the goal. And what it does is it makes you really think about what you're doing, and it makes you think about, okay, so am I being realistic about my goal? If not, where can I actually change it up, you know, or where do I need to be putting more emphasis on? So, you know, to make the extra $40,000, then, you know, you'd be selling more products per month, which would mean you'd need to have a really active online strategy or a really active offline strategy where you're getting out there and speaking to events on a monthly basis, and every time you go to an event you're selling a large number. So you can see that what this template does is it gets you really excited about the possibility of the growth for your business, and it allows you to really stand in that space of like, oh my gosh, okay, so I can really see how this could be incredibly viable, and allowing you to get into that place of seeing that it's not about having like tons of products and services. You can see here, I've got the coaching, the speaking, the workshops, and the products, which is where the most money is coming from, but also some affiliate commission as well. And I could go deeper into this and break it down into the different coaching packages, but I've decided for the use of this formula to keep it really, really simple, and I wanted to be able to show you the simplicity of it. So, have you worked out if your business is viable? And allowing some scope within your desire statement around what it is you want to create for you to be able to attract the leverage opportunity as much as possible. So I'm going to stop sharing that because it's fascinating. I mean, I could play with this all day. It's really fun to actually watch the numbers grow as you work out the different things, and you start adding things like ebooks, or you start adding things like retreats, or more products to your repertoire. It becomes quite exciting. So now that you've seen how you can actually make your business viable, the next step is to take a step back, literally. And as I was talking before about the money stuff, okay, so you've got to work out the viability around the money, but then what I see time and time again with these beautiful women who are ready to step in and claim the vision of who they really are and what they're really here to do, is that so often the belief gets in the way. So I mentioned before about one of the things that came up around the obstacle was my business viable. Well, what also sits in behind that for many women is, can I really do this? And when I make the money, will I know what to do with it? Why will people want to invest in me when there are so many other opportunities out there for people to work with others? And a myriad of beliefs come in and they get in the way. And until we understand and we create an awareness around the belief that's holding us back, and we acknowledge it, and then we work out how to release it. And that's one of the things that I work on almost immediately with my clients. As a multi-dimensional business coach, I work on all levels. So I don't just give you the practical, like I've just given you the worksheet. Yes, I do that, and I show you how to create those high-level programs, or I teach you how to leverage your business. But also, what I know to be true is that we are energetic beings. And when there is a block of some kind that is stopping the flow of money coming in, we are in that space of really sitting into the energy of that which we need to know, which is to be able to release the block that's in the way. So if you were to really sit in the space of acknowledgement, and you were to really ask yourself this question right now, and I encourage you to do that while we're sitting in this space, because there's no time like the present, right? Is to ask yourself the question, what is it that's getting in the way of me leveraging and creating this viable business? What is the fear or the belief that's sitting in the way? And you'll be considering that in that space right now, where your thoughts around it will be coming up. And I would just want to invite you just to really sit with that and to recognize where in your life or your business is this potentially getting in the way. So what if your belief was that if I make the money, then I won't know what to do with it anyway, because I've never been very good with money. Because that comes up a lot for women. I know that sounds really like a an interesting one. It is an interesting one, because anytime that the money comes in, the money gets pushed out again, because they don't know how to manage it, or they don't know how to take care of it, and the money literally slips between their fingers. So, and inviting you to sit in that space right now of the awareness of it. Okay, so writing it down and becoming aware of it and seeing it. And so in that moment, acknowledging that this is a challenge that's getting in the way of you helping your business to get out there and growing your business in a bigger way. Yeah? Okay, so you've acknowledged it and you've seen it. Are you now willing to acknowledge that it's time for this belief to be released? Yeah, good. Because we need to have your buy-in to it. You know that this is something that's been holding you back for a while now, and it's been in the way. And we've got to go, okay, so here I'm shining the light on this belief, whatever your belief is, and giving you a chance to see it and to then allow yourself to release it. And the releasing process that I do with my clients is one that gets them to really connect into the concept around the fact that this could be a belief that's not actually even yours. It could be one that's been passed down through generations, through your DNA. It could be one that's been karmically, for those of you who understand the karmic consequences of decisions and beliefs, it could be a karmic one. And so we'll get in there and I help you work out how to actually remove that and shift it just by working in the space of it and letting it go. But what I'm going to do with you just now is I'm going to invite you to take your belief. Okay, so just do a little exercise with me for a minute. This is a really simple process. What I want you to do is we're going to step into the realization of what happens when we are in that place of allowing this belief to get in the way. You see, what happens is that we think that when we have this belief that it's ours to carry by ourselves. And what I know to be true is that the more that we can see that the act of releasing it is significantly important, then we can move through it. Okay, so I want to invite you now just to sit yourself back in your chair and be a little comfortable. Perfect. You're going to put your hands on your lap like this. And just to give you an example, what you got while you've got your eyes open is that for those of you who can see us now, what we're going to do is we're going to be moving some energy, and I want you to imagine, when it's time, I want you to imagine that you're playing with the energy like this. Okay, so you're moving it about in your hands. Okay, so hands in your lap. Beautiful deep breath in. And release. Okay, so just inviting you now to close your eyes and go within yourself, and to be asking yourself the question around, what is the belief that I have around money that's getting in the way of me growing my business? And just giving yourself the space to hear it. Whatever it is for you. And when I was working with my client on Friday, for her it was that she didn't believe that she could do it. She didn't believe in herself enough to believe that she could actually do this. Okay, so whatever yours is. Now what I want to invite you to do is I want you to take the energy of that feeling, okay, so the energy wherever it's sitting within you, and energetically release it into your hands, which are sitting on your lap. Okay, so just dump the feelings and the thoughts and the energy that isn't serving you in this moment. And then invite you to now start to work it with your hands. Because if we believe in the concept, understand the concept that everything is energy, then what we're doing is now we're shifting the energy. So we're taking this bundle of ickiness, you know, the stuff that's stuck, the yuckness. And if you need to add any more to it while you're doing this, then feel free to do so. Okay, so we're giving attention to this energy. We're reducing it. So now it becomes about the size of a tennis ball. There you go. And now 12 feet above you, we invite you to call in your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever it is that you know and trust is there for support for you. Yeah. So 12 feet above you, I want you to imagine that they are there. Okay. This is the multidimensional part and the knowing that everything is energy. So 12 feet above you, you've got your guides up there and they want to help you. They want to help you to manifest the money that you want in your business. They want to help you to attract your clients, but they know too that you need help with releasing this energy. So what I'm going to do is you're going to take this and you are literally going to throw it up in the air. Just allow that relief to come over you as you imagine and see and visualize your guides taking the energy of this fear and of this belief and taking it away. And they're saying to you that now that you've asked for help, they can help you. They can help you to release it. They can go away and work on it. Yeah, and that's where the magic comes in, is that when you see that you're not alone and you see that you actually have this ability to be able to ask for help, well, then you'll come back to this exercise again and again and again. And what if, as part of your success repertoire, that you added a releasing component into your into how you start your day? So I start with my day with meditation. Often there's guided writing. And if I feel like there's something to release, I'll do that. And I'll take my challenge or my fear and I'll release it up. And then I feel different. I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like I can take on the world and and to really get myself out there and to be letting go of those fears. So, that is, massive for you to be able to really grasp that and to be able to sit in that place of just really trusting that you do have this ability to be able to take your business and to receive help and to create the magic and the miracles. Okay, so from there, what you've done is you've acknowledged the contrast, okay? So you've done you've acknowledged the belief. And then to go into the question around, are there any other contrasts that you don't want to have happen in your business? And it's a contrast versus clarity tool that I use to help my clients get really, really clear. And the funny thing is that this is the marketing plan that I use. Okay, now it's not your standard marketing plan per se, but I do have the next level of marketing plan. But what I want to share with you today is for you to take to get a sheet of paper. So I'll do the same. And I love for you to do this with me. Okay, so we've released the money stuff, and now what do we know to be true is that we need to be able to then go from there to actually going, okay, so how am I going to actually create the money in my business? Yeah. So you are simply going to draw a line down the center of your piece of paper, just like so. And you are going to, on the left-hand side, you're going to write the word contrast. And on the right-hand side, you are simply going to write the word clarity. Contrast and clarity. Okay, so, all right, so to be able to bring money into your business, you need to be doing the marketing. Yes? Yes. Good. Okay, we've established that. So what are the areas of contrast that you don't want around your marketing? Okay, so you don't want to be inconsistent, for example. So we're writing this down on the contrast side. You don't want to be inconsistent. You don't want to be, let's say you don't want to be overwhelmed. You don't want to be marketing in a way that doesn't reach my clients. You don't want it to be a waste of money, right? So you want it to be able to reach the people that you know. That are going to be able to benefit from what it is you have to offer. What other things don't you want around your marketing? You don't want to be doing it all yourself. Yeah. You don't want to miss opportunities. So, you know, perhaps there's an event that you could be displaying your products or services at, and you don't want to be distracted and miss these opportunities, for example. What else don't you want around your marketing? You don't want it to be hard. Let's face it. You want it. You don't want it to be in resistance around it. Okay, so you could see here. I could continue on, and I could, you know, go a lot further with all of the things I don't want around my marketing, right? But for the sake of this exercise and the timing that we've got, I've just written down these ones here. And then what we do is we go onto this side here and we say to ourselves, okay, so I don't want to be inconsistent with my marketing. So what do I want? It's a no-brainer, right? I want to be consistent. Consistently marketing, and we're going to add some extra juiciness to these words here. Consistently marketing in a way that reaches my ideal clients with ease. Okay, so then we cross out the first one. Okay, the second one was we don't want to be overwhelmed. So what do we want? We want to feel in flow, and for the marketing to be an enjoyable experience, right? Because let's face it, marketing is everything from actually networking, right? Going out there and networking at events, through to sending out emails, you know, so it's right across the board. It's not, marketing is not just creating a flyer or creating a sales page, it's actually the people contact as well. The next area of contrast you don't want is you don't want marketing to be marketing in a way that doesn't reach your clients. So the clarity is for my marketing to resonate with my tribe, let's call it, or ideal clients, whatever it is you want to say. For my marketing to resonate with my tribe, so that when they are looking for the products and services I offer, we are a fit. Okay, so then you cross out the contrast. So you don't want your marketing to be a waste of money. So what do you want? You want your marketing to be where marketing dollars are spent wisely. Because let's face it, when we are wise with our money, then that means that there's going to be more of it, you know, to be able to use in areas that we need it. So marketing dollars are spent wisely and reach my targeted audience. Okay. You don't want to be doing all yourself. So the clarity around that is to have a team of experts who help me with my marketing. Okay, you don't want to miss opportunities. So where the clarity is that you want to have opportunities to market my business come to me in perfect divine timing. I love that saying, in perfect divine timing. You don't want your the other contrast is you don't want your marketing to be hard. We mentioned before about it happening with ease. We can just leave it there, and we don't want to be in resistance. So what do we want? We want to feel awesome or whatever word you might want to use there, to feel awesome about the way we market and the results we get. Okay, so that's the first step. Okay, so you've got the clarity there, and what I would love to say to you is that if you'd like to know kind of like the next step of the marketing, then I'd be more than happy to have a complimentary session with you. So again, if you'd like to reach out to support@catherinenewton.com, and we can book you in for a complimentary session, so I can kind of guide you on that next step, because I'd just love to see you really clear, because this is just the first step of the marketing plan. And then we take this, it's almost like the vision that you have for your marketing plan, because I think that first of all, you need to be able to be talking to the soul of your business, and the soul of your business is you, right? And so what you're doing is you're creating your truth first. So first of all, you're getting in there and going, okay, so I've worked out the belief stuff around my money, okay, or I'm in the process of, yeah, because that's always going to be a constant you have to work on. And then you're getting really clear around the vision that you have for your marketing. And then from there, you can actually start to map out what your marketing is going to look like. But I believe you can't do this. So you can't do the mapping out until you've done this work here. And I love to help people and show them, what to do with this and how to bring out the best marketing plan for you in your business once you've worked out this. So, and what I do is that every time I go on one of my adventures, right? So, it's how I've built my business to be able to take my business anywhere in the world. The great thing for us is that these days, if we have a laptop and we have a business that is modeled around the viability of what it is that we love to do, so for me, it's working with clients in masterminds or in group programs, because I do believe that when we work together as a group, we kind of raise the vibration and the energy for everybody, right? And we can help each other be accountable. So that's what I love to do that. So working on this and getting you really, really clear is so fundamentally important and so crucial to it. So you've taken this concept now around getting really clear, and then you work out the marketing side of things. And for you now, the beautiful thing for what you're doing and what you're creating is that you're able to get excited about what it is you're doing. You're able to get inspired and like feel really, really passionate about it. And I wanted to share with you I guess the 5 golden rules that I wanted to leave you with, as we, as you go out there and for those of you who listen to this live, it's Monday, so we're starting the week, and I guess that's for you to be able to have these 5 points to really sit with and to really identify into, like, how do I really, really feel about where I'm going with my business. And today I wanted to get you to really start thinking about what's possible, and I think that having these kind of 5 golden rules, if you like, that I've learned that will make a difference in your business will kind of help keep you inspired and motivated. And the first thing that I've learned along the way in my years of doing business, I've been in business for 8 years now doing this particular work, is first and foremost is that it is actually imperative that you invest in your education. And there's a saying out there about putting your coins of your purse into your mind. I started off by reading Think and Grow Rich, and from there doors have opened. And every step of the way, one of the things I have always done is I've invested in my education. I believe that we should always be learning, and we should always be training or taking some kind of class, or being part of some kind of education in some way, whether this is personal development. I mean, even if it's like, taking a cooking class, for goodness sake, because what it does is that it starts to expand your mind, and gets you thinking bigger, right? I have always invested in my education, and over the years I've spent, a lot of money and a lot of time, but I do believe that it is the very thing that's got me to where I am today. Secondly, is you must figure out where you want to get to. And you get your idea. So, we talked today about the leverage. So, if you want to be making $250,000 a year, for example, and you want to be able to take your business wherever you are, you've got to know that's your vision, right? And then along the way, for you, as Dory shared in the movie, you've got to keep your eyes and ears open for the thing that makes you feel good. That's going to be moving you towards that. So this morning, for those of you listening live, what felt good was tuning into this to get in some inspiration for your week ahead. Do the next thing that makes you feel really good after you've figured out what you really want to do. Thirdly is hang out with the right people. And stay away from the people that don't serve you, right? So stay away from the moaners, and stay away from the people that are just not there to help you in some way, and instead to find the people who will support you. You need those people around you, and it's those people that will inspire you and encourage you and get you excited about your business. Fourthly, I do believe that as part of the education component, I really believe that one of the focuses that you would do really well in, and we would all do really well in, is getting great communication skills. So that you know how to talk to your team, you know how to communicate with the people in your community, you know how to write good copy, or you know how to really get your message out there. But not only that, but that you know how to be a good listener. So investing and focusing on getting great communication skills is imperative. And number 5, and this one has been a really big one for me along the journey, is to lose any sense of entitlement and get out there and prove yourself. It's not about showing up and saying, hey, look, because I've done this, then therefore I'm entitled to that. Actually allow yourself to see that you are all about getting out there and becoming credible and visible within your industry, absolutely. But you need to earn the right to do that. It's not just going to be handed to you on a silver platter. And yes, you can have every intention for you to have the success that you desire, and I do believe that is entirely possible. But along the way, it's about showing up, isn't it? And also within this, I believe that it's not about telling people your goals per se. It's about showing them. That's how you earn the respect and the trust of your tribe, is get out there and show them and work for it, and prove to yourself and prove to those who are your clients that that they can trust you, that you've got their back. And things will happen along the way that will test you, and that's okay. Because what do we know to be true is every time we get tested, we grow, and the only constant in life is change, isn't it? So allow yourself to sit in that space of really knowing and believing in that. So those are 5 things that I've learned, and I wanted to share those with you as part of the training today to kind of get you into the zone of your possibility and of what it is that you're here for. So just doing a quick recap, we've looked at your why, we've looked at leveraging your business and what's the business model that's right for you. We've also looked at how to make it how to know if it's viable by me sharing the template with you, and happy to share that with you, support@catherinenewton.com. Then we talked about the belief. You've got to shift the belief, okay, so that you identify into what's getting in the way. Then I shared with you like the first phase of the marketing plan that I put together around getting clear about what you want. And as I said, if anyone wants to go deeper with that with me, support@catherinenewton.com, and I'm happy to share the next part of the marketing plan. And then I shared the 5 golden rules with you to get you into that mindset of of success, if you like, and some of the tips that have helped me to get there. I love to work with those of you out there who are making an impact, who are leading and changing lives, who are ready to claim a greater vision of who they are and want some support to get there. And as a multidimensional business coach and educator, I'm committed to showing women like you what it takes to actually get your business out there. And if you'd like to create an aligned action plan, then I will be delivering 3 workshops, ramp workshops around New Zealand. And if you want me to come to your country, if you're listening to this elsewhere, I am traveling to America and Bali later in the year. So let me know and we can set something up. But in the meantime, the ramp workshop is I'm excited about that, about helping you create your aligned action plan. So if you'd like to know more about that, again, support@catherinenewton.com. We're happy to answer your questions. Otherwise, look for the link in the follow-up email and also in the emails that I've sent you. Or go onto my Facebook page, my Catherine Newton Entrepreneurial Success Coach, and you can find the link there. And just let us make it easy for you if you want to action it. Auckland, July 14th, Tauranga, July 17th, and Wellington, July 19th. Super excited about some of the programs coming up that I'm offering you to help you to get more educated around your business and to make sure that you've got a plan. But in the meantime, if I can be of any support to help you with your clarity list, and to help you get really clear, then that's what I'm here for. For you, I want to finish off with getting you to really think about what's next for you, okay? Because it's the beginning of the week, so let's get you committed into a task or an action. Because I come from a teaching background, I always like to make sure I leave people with actions to be able to move them forward. So here's my challenge to you. What are you going to commit to getting done this week? That's my first question to you. What are you going to commit to getting done? So write these questions down. What's the deadline that you're going to give yourself? So it's the deadline. What's the next step that you are going to take to get it done? So the next step. And how are you going to feel when you've done it? That's the easy one, right? So feel free to go ahead and to let me know what those are if you want me to help you hold you accountable. So I'll run through those 4 questions again. So what are you committing to? What's the deadline? What's the next step? And how are you going to feel? Yeah. So in the next step, that came from Dory. What's the next thing I should do? Was what? Or what would Dory do is what he was asking, what she was asking about. Awesome. So thank you for joining us today, and I hope that you found this hour valuable. Getting you thinking about your possibilities, and looking forward to sharing the template with you if you're interested in that as well. So sending you lots and lots of love. Have a fabulous, fabulous week, and go out there and leverage your business, make it viable, and go out there and have some magical adventures along the way, and hold that space for more money and more miracles to come in as well, because it's entirely possible. Okay, big hugs. Thanks, team.